I get people commenting on my stuff saying, how can you trust books that were written by anonymous authors? See, they're making the argument that they hear from people like Bart Ehrman that the Gospels were not originally written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, but that they were originally anonymous and that these titles were added later. If you're like me, I just kind of went along with this and thought it was true until I actually reached out to a Cambridge scholar named Peter Williams, who's a genius when it comes to original languages and the manuscript evidence. He even had read the entire New Testament in Greek before graduating high school. So I thought he was the right guy to reach out to, and I asked him, were these titles added later? And he says, maybe they were, but as far as we know, he said, everyone agrees that all the manuscripts which exist have the names. So this means that every single manuscript of the Gospels that we have has the author's names, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, at the top. So whenever someone makes the argument that the Gospels were originally anonymous, they're not doing this based on the manuscript evidence. The manuscript evidence is very clear. And I'm going to show you some of that evidence, but first go ahead and subscribe if you want to see regular evidence showing the reliability of the Gospels. Every single manuscript we have shows the author's names at the top. Like, for example, here is P66. This is our oldest manuscript, and it's of the Gospel of John. And you see it says, Euangelion kata Ionein. Now that means a Gospel according to John. Here's another one. This is another very old manuscript, P75, and it was actually a manuscript that had both the Gospel of Luke and the Gospel of John, and it has the title of Luke at the end of the Gospel of Luke, and then it has the title of John at the beginning of the Gospel of John. So you can see here where it says Euangelion kata Lukon, a Gospel according to Luke, and then right here it says Euangelion kata Ionein, a Gospel according to John. So this isn't just a couple manuscripts, this is every single manuscript we have. If anyone ever attacks you and says that the original manuscripts didn't have the titles, ask them what evidence there is for that, because all they have is arguments, but they don't have actual evidence. The evidence itself shows that all of the manuscripts that we have the Gospels' names at the top. So don't let anyone fool you, and we'll cover more arguments for the authorship of the Gospels in the next video.